back to the action in the first quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The play fake. Now Young. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Young on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
First and 10, Taylor now. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off play action, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Young will set to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try... from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Now left side on the swing pass, and some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Richardson looking to throw this. Flushed out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Play action. Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd down and 3. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Another run with Sanders. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. 2nd and 10. Young. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So here are the Colts to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Richardson, meanwhile, going to get this ball to Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball. Pop.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they're more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A first down throw for Young.
Again, that's Hurst.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Now it's Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was the visiting Titans who were able to walk away with the road victory. Derrick Henry, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we check on the other Pennsylvania team as we head east to see what's happening with the Eagles. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Richardson to throw off play action. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
Von Bell up to make the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive
plays like that lead touchdown. Gelati point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second down, Young. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. Hayden Hurst, 75 yards. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football. Closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Down the left sideline, Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here is Young. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Gay is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Jonathan Mingo, 75 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Young looks to throw on first down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina! Hayden Hurst with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Richardson to throw.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Touchdown, Colts. Isaiah McKenzie, 40 yards.
And the Colts are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats.
There he goes, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Young on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, it's Young. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will remain well behind.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Let's go now.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
3rd and long for Richardson. This pass reeled in by Hull.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Richardson on 4th down.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Richardson.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a second down throw for Young.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And down he'll go at the 25. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Now Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Indianapolis, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Sunday. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete, 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game, because a rookie quarterback getting to start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
Yeah, Richardson will throw to start out here. That's caught. It's Josh Daniels. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down. And Richardson back to throw it. Oh, Brown, a nice catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. Richardson yet again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Sliding out of the pocket. Now this taken in by Downs. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play, and
he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
On second down, this is Harris. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hardy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Samson Abuka in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it second down and 12. Now Richardson. He'll let one go deep for downs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Second and 10. It's Pickett again. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 44-yard line, here's a second and 5. Harris running straight ahead. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. Third and 5. Here's Pickett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Rolling to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's second and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Operating from the gun. Richardson flush to his right. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Richardson steps away to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Pickett. He finds Hardy on the slant.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Now Pickett.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Washington. And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Darnell Washington
from 13 yards out.
And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now it's Richardson.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
2nd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll let one go deep for Downs.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Hardy, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Gain is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Now a 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 30. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That'll
fighting through, and he's got space. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Kylan Granson punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts are able to add on to that lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Pickett. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
That is caught. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 22.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
Taking it right down Broadway. Down to the 10 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Hardy with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Pickett will try to throw for this. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
Yeah, it's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. First and 10, Taylor now. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
first down. Richardson. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Back to throw, Pickett. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
The Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'll throw again with Pickett. Here's Freiermuth again.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Pickett back to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Despite this strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Pickett. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here's Richardson to throw.
They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Richardson now going to fake the jet sweep, and he'll throw off play action.
Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now play number 7 of this.
Richardson looking to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he is going to have a Colts first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
So here's Pickett and the Steelers.
Down by 12. 55 seconds remaining. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Looking to throw here. Pickett. The pass caught by Hardy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Pickett to throw.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Pickett. That one down the field for Freiermuth.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just kind of a wing and a prayer there. This ball's kind of up for grabs, but they're at a point where they have to live with that. And fortunately, this one winds up incomplete.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Here we go. This is 4th down. One final shot for Pickett. That went down the field for Freiermuth.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.
This is the development trait. This is the abilities tab. Here you can... This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that... This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your lineup.
Tonight on EA Sports, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
He got the win last week, and we all know how infrequently rookie quarterbacks win in the playoffs. So by now, it feels like old hat to him. Well, maybe not old hat, but you've got to believe he'll be looser, calmer going into this one. He already knows what it takes to lead a team to victory in the playoffs.
And Richardson will throw to start out here. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Richardson back to throw it. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
on the ground with a tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Short throw to Smith. No gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still to this.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 38 yards. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Colts set to take over here offensively. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
That's caught inside the 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? Let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that had been playing before win game one?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical. Because now you come in and you get the momentum, you can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
Fielded at the 20. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Colts getting ready to go. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now Richardson, meanwhile, going to get this ball to Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Richardson touchdown. Jelani Woods from 17 yards out. And the Colts continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
This is caught. It's Brown. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. QB sneak, Richardson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kylan Granson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, Go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC, and it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get this up to about the 44. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Now the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on?
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each run successful.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And Burrow going to throw again. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And down inside the 15 he goes. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
2nd and 5 from the 8. And Boyd in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now Burrow. Touchdown Bengals.
T. Higgins.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bengals are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they make quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. Now it's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
They'll send Brown in motion right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now Richardson.
This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. Heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Richardson.
The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
Takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. On the return is Charlie Jones. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Oh, Boyd, what a catch. And he's wrangled down right at the 45, but they're into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they go play action now. Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, it's Burrow. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Richardson to throw off play action. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
They go play action with Richardson.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Richardson looking to throw this.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Richardson.
That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to speed things up here.
On first down, Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
77 yards. And the Bengals are able to claw one back. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
McPherson on for the point after.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday. And it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Off play action, Richardson.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Richardson. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.